Hey, welcome to Bearded Baker Banter for this weekend's podcast episode. This weekend, we're going to be focusing a lot on college basketball, obviously, with the NFL season now in the off season. We'd like to welcome in some new listeners. We are now officially live on our website, beardedbakerbrothers.com. Come check us out. You can find our live Twitter feed, some updates on some different things that we'll be doing, and you can also find our podcast there every weekend. So come check us out, beardedbakerbrothers.com. Welcome, guys.
Beer reviews, Tyler.
Say it again, dude.
Don't forget the beer reviews as well.
Beer reviews are going to be live. We're going to be doing a beer review starting probably tonight here. Looking at a new beer from Captain Lawrence Brewing Company. We'll post that beer review and stuff on our website tomorrow. We'll be talking about it a little bit tonight, later in the episode. So, you guys are ready? You want to get back right into college basketball, or you want to start with NFL, a little recap? What do you want to do here?
I'll say let's discuss the Super Bowl a little bit.
Okay.
Let's touch on that before we jump into the hard hitting stuff. But my opinion overall, I think it was a good game. I know I'm a little biased because I was happy with the outcome. I'm sure a lot of people weren't, especially from the area we're from. But arguably controversial call at the end. I think it makes it pretty difficult for Eagles fans to argue when the player admitted it, which is kind of tough. But but yeah, overall, like I said, great game. Not quite how we predicted with extremely low scoring, but
Sure. Yeah.
I didn't predict that.
Yeah, that's true, Trent.
I said the over all the way, but some people wanted the under. But my Chiefs money line as my best pick held strong and true.
Yeah, it sure did.
Definitely a good game overall. I mean, it was a battle. I think that call at the end there, Trey, I think would have been a little less controversial had they made the call earlier in the game on the actual hold. You could physically see if it, across the middle of the field, but at the same time, every angle shows that it was a penalty. I mean, it just goes into the fact that, I mean, there's got to be some accountability here with officiating. It is what it is, but like, when you got certain individuals like your actual commissioner making statements that this is the best officiating's ever been, I mean, come on,
I thought the officiating was great. I thought they let him play the entire game, and you know what? It happened to get called in that situation. Granted, the Patrick Mahomes, he encouraged the flag, and it was a flag. Sure. It was a true penalty. But I actually thought the officiating during that game was not a bad deal. Mm-hmm. Holdings were down. The granted there were some offsides on the defense types of things they called, but they were legit every time they showed them that they were lined up on the neutral zone. Let's not excuse the fact that it was a good game, and in reality, when it came to chess, not checkers, Andy Reid came out on top.
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, you got an Eagles team that hired a defensive coordinator for a team for a 2-week contract to try to beat them. Yeah. And
Nick
Fangio. And the fact that they sat there and said, "Hey, we know that Nick Fangio likes to play a lot of press cover man, and we're going to sit there and out-motion him. The same damn motion, same damn concept every single time. And a matter of fact, the Chiefs were in the wrong formation last play and still executed a touchdown. Just shows you. Coach Andy Reid, give the man credit. He's a genius. It's all said and done.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be a hard reality that the Eagles are not going to get back there that easily. Yeah, that's my prediction.
I agree with that, especially losing both coordinators.
Yeah, exactly. That's my reasoning. They're not going to get both coordinators back. Those guys were good. I like Nick Sirianni. I think he's a little bit of an issue in terms of maturity, but it's going to be tough getting back.
I will say this, though, that I do think they made the right decision by hiring their quarterback coach to be the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that was a smart decision from a Jalen Hurts perspective because, I mean, let's be real. Jalen Hurts probably should have won the MVP in that game, regardless of who won. I mean, he played out of his mind.
Yeah, highest QBR for a quarterback in any Super Bowl and he lost.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just to touch on what Trent said, Trent, I agree. I think the refs did call a great game, to be honest with you, and I think that one last flag is going to overshadow their great showing, to be honest. But it's like the cliche saying, it's like, well, you can't call that penalty at that moment. Well, if it's a penalty, it's a penalty in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yep.
And like I said, if I was an Eagles fan, I would kind of be a little frustrated that Bradbury admitted it because you have no leg to stand on now to argue it.
No, and I honestly think, though, that's a maturity on that guy, too. Is like, hey, let's put it to bed. Like, hey, I did it, guys. Like, I apologize. It's a penalty. You know, I was just hoping it wouldn't get called, which, again, you can call holding on almost every single play in football.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm also going to sit that I'm going to stand here and say that's where I respect the Eagles players. Is all of the Eagles players after the game, whether it be the night of or the day after or 2 days after, all sat there and said, you know,
took accountability.
Yeah, it was. Let's be real. You got a 10-point lead going into half. You don't lose that game. I'm sorry.
I agree.
You know, them and the Falcons are the only two teams in how many years to lose a Super Bowl game with a double-digit lead going into half in a Super Bowl. So,
maybe a little stat from the game I thought was unbelievable. No sacks.
Yeah.
Not one sack in the game. That's crazy.
But,
you were right. You were right.
Thank you.
Patrick Mahomes' mobility. You were right.
Mobility, but also is Andy Reid knows what lost him the last Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes was the quarterback pressures.
Mm-hmm.
So game plan to get the ball out quick. How can we get the ball out quick? How can we neutralize a pass rush? Because that's how Tampa Bay beat Kansas City was the pass rush. So I mean,
and how about those little cuts or those motions that they fake the motion across, little out route, quick touchdown.
Twice. Yeah, but
two times it was
always
both sides of the field.
Three times.
Yeah,
3 times. Mm-hmm. Every single time they motioned, the safety rolled, and they did it on second and third down to see, hey, are they going to roll their safeties through the deep part? And as soon as they got there and said, all right, here we go. Half motion. Okay, first time through, you run Travis Kelce on the motion and run him on the wheel. He's wide open in the flat.
Sure.
Second time, you run the motion. You exchange routes. You give it to the receiver who's lined up on the outside. He runs the outside route. Mm-hmm. Third time, beautiful. You bring the back out. Oh, it's chestnut checkers. The fact that, like, now, granted, I know I'm an offensive guy. That's how I am. I love the offense. I watch the offense. Sorry, Tyler. But Andy Reid sat there and made that defense. He exposed them.
Yeah.
100%.
Was it Andy Reid or was it Eric Bieniemy?
100%.
There's reports saying that Bieniemy noticed those motions.
So I'm going to even go on the line and say Matt Nagy noticed those motions.
Okay. I agree with that too.
Matt Nagy's the one that sat there on the sideline afterwards when Patrick Mahomes came off the field in the last touchdown and said, "You were in the wrong darn formation." They were. Their last touchdown, wrong formation.
Those poor Bears fans.
Poor Bears fans. Yeah. Matt Nagy, new offensive coordinator, future head coach of the Chiefs, going to get 2 to 3 more Super Bowls on his notch.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah. I saw Big Cat predicted that.
I think you're actually going to see. I mean, and Trent, you and I kind of touched on it a little bit tonight earlier. Is you're going to see if Bieniemy is the actual offensive coordinator that he is, and
I like Bieniemy. I'm not saying he doesn't have a say.
I think people are going to finally get to see him for who he is without the shadow of Andy Reid.
I agree with
because
that.
Right now, everybody at the Chiefs, you know, when you watch it, it's. Here's Bieniemy with his play calling sheet, but here's Andy Reid right next to him with the same play calling sheet. Like, who's actually calling the plays? Nobody actually knows. And I think Bieniemy made a smart decision to leave that. I mean, yeah, you got two Super Bowls now, sure, as an OC, you know, as a title, and now you're going to go to the Commanders, and now people are going to see, like, hey, can you actually call plays? Can you be the official head coach? Based on what you can do now that we don't have to see you with Andy Reid all the time.
So,
I think it was
so
smart.
can I say smart decision in the sense he's going to get paid more.
Sure.
He has the opportunity to earn the respect that I think he deserves.
Sure.
I really do.
Sure.
However, smart decision. It could also be a harsh reality.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody's
going
going to
into
look
with
good.
The Commanders? I mean, that's another
Hold on,
decision.
and that's what I'm saying. So it's like smart decision. Maybe. I mean, it might be the stupidest decision he's ever made because, I mean, what's he got to do now is like he's got to sit there and turn around a Commanders franchise who's under fire for their owner, and then I mean, let's be real, who is their quarterback? Because is it Sam Howell? Like you gonna tell me right now you're gonna feel really confident going into the NFL season with Sam Howell? Are you gonna? I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, it's this could be disastrous for himself too because he might have to run home to Andy Reid and say, "I'm sorry, I was wrong," and I don't see any shame in that. And
wasn't there also a rumor too that he was going to the Ravens?
Yeah, but Ravens hired Georgia's offense coordinator.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all I'm saying is I hope he doesn't have to sit there and swallow his pride and say, all right, I got to go home. I got to go home to Andy Reid, which, you know what, that's where I respect Matt Nagy. Now, granted, Matt Nagy has his best friend as the GM of the Chiefs. I mean, the GM of the Chiefs was his leading receiver or one of his leading receivers at Delaware when Matt Nagy tore it up at Delaware. So, I mean, the primetime spot here is, guys, the natural progression is Matt Nagy takes over the Chiefs in the future, near future. So,
I have
love Coach Nagy, great mind. You know, high school mind, did things for us at Palmyra that we couldn't imagine after running, you know, ISO, blast, dive, fade, ISO, blast, dive, fade. Coach Nagy comes in and says, hey, we're going to go empty set here, boys. And we're like, holy shit, what is this here in Palmyra, you know? So, I love it. Good for him. He's got a ring, and look at him dancing on the bus with Patrick Mahomes. So, I'm sorry. I'm done.
Sticking with the NFL, I have a couple. I just want to list a couple quarterbacks here, and where you guys think they're going to play next year. Doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be a reason. Could just be a gut instinct. Could be anything. But so we'll start off with Derek Carr.
Okay.
You got me ready? You start with that as a Raiders guy. Go ahead.
All right. First off, Raiders guy, I love and respect Derek Carr. I'm sad. I'm sad he's gone, but I am totally on board that we had to move on as a Raiders franchise. Smartest move for Derek Carr to go. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Boom, bingo. That was my answer, Trent.
Okay.
He's horrible in cold weather. Give him weapons. He's got a good defense down there, and he can throw a deep ball. Give it up to Mike. You got Godwin. You got Leonard Fournette, and you got a good defense.
Dare I say it? It's an upgrade from last year's Tom Brady.
Wow.
Whoa.
Tom Brady, he looked like a shell of himself last year.
Oh.
Anyway, Tyler, let's hear what you think.
Texans.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, Texans. He's going
you think they throw a lot of money at him or what?
He's going where David Carr couldn't succeed.
Wow. Little brotherly rivalry.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of reasoning behind it. I mean, other than the fact that
the younger brother is usually better than the older brother.
Yeah,
yes.
Sure. Ooh, yeah, I agree with that.
Other than
I agree with that, Trent.
I mean, the only kind of reasoning that I actually have is that D'Amico Ryans is bringing in the passing coordinator from San Fran as his offensive coordinator, and I think when you can at least put a passing guy in charge, you know, of your offense, you know, give it to Derek Carr. Let's see what he can do with him. I mean, that's kind of my reasoning. I mean, I've seen the Panthers thrown out there a little bit. You know, it is what it is. I think the Panthers have a lot to figure out, but you know, we'll see what it is. I'm gonna say Texans.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's next?
Next is Lamar Jackson.
Okay, I got you first. If nobody wants it first,
let's hear it, Trent.
I'm going Atlanta Falcons.
Ooh, hot Atlanta.
Yeah. Get out of the AFC, go to the NFC, play in that division who's going to be wide open. I mean, who you got? You got Panthers, you got Saints, you got the Bucks, who right now, the Bucks, if they don't get Derek Carr, they got Blaine Gabbert under center. Say what you want to say.
They'll find somebody.
No, go Atlanta. You know what? Oh, well, he's too much like Michael Vick. He's going to live in his shadow. No, embellish that. Get your scrambling quarterback that can go and let him do it.
I like that. Because a little bit. They can keep the same system because they're used to Mariota, who's kind of plays a similar style too. So
yeah,
100%.
I actually agree with that, and I've actually seen that rumor too. I think Atlanta's a great fit for him. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he is not a Raven next year, and if he is a Raven next year, I think it's for one more season. Then I think he's outie. I don't think
Tyler, I'm going to cut your limb off because I think he's staying with the Baltimore Ravens.
Can I tell you why I don't think it's the Ravens though? Is I think he wants too much money.
The money. Yeah, I can see that.
And I don't think the Ravens aren't a franchise that are always willing to like overspend on things. And I feel like Lamar's taking the wrong approach on this, where you get guys like, I mean, take Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow said he goes like, listen, I could be paid, the highest paid quarterback. He said, but I got to keep my weapons around me, and I think that's such a smart concept.
That's
as
the key.
Not just a quarterback, but as a player.
That's key.
Is you can't win as the own guy. Like, so if Lamar's actually going for money, and again, going back to it, nobody really knows because Lamar doesn't have an agent. Lamar is negotiating for himself. So who knows? Nobody knows. Nobody's in his mind. He's the only one that can decide this.
Can I tell you what I think personally? I think that it's not the amount of money. I mean, sure, that is a factor. I think the amount of money is a big thing to Lamar, but guaranteed money, I think that's the biggest thing for him.
Yeah.
I think he's even publicly made a statement saying that the Ravens didn't give him enough guaranteed money in the contract they offered him. So if they not necessarily pay him more, but if you can guarantee him it, then I mean, dude. You see how bad the Ravens were. They were a playoff team this year that did not succeed because they didn't have Lamar Jackson.
But he's got to stay healthy then.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, if he'd have come back, that might have been a different story. I mean, he might have stayed out on purpose.
How much is that looking out for himself?
I don't know, man.
Like you said, he's his own agent.
I know. I'm not disagreeing with that.
So can I add in on this? Is they had a championship caliber defense.
Yeah, they still do.
I think they do even more so.
And they still do. They still do for years. But I mean, if I'm the Ravens, like right now, is I think they have to come to something quick, because what's going to happen is Jalen Hurts, who in my opinion is, I would take a Jalen Hurts over Lamar Jackson any day of the week at this point.
Leadership. It's leadership.
And what's going to happen here is Jalen Hurts about to get paid some big money, and the Ravens are going to put themselves in a pretty crappy situation here if they don't get this figured out quick with Lamar.
Yeah, I mean,
at this point, because they're going to end up having to pay even more.
Well, it's going to be Joe Burrow and it's going to be Jalen Hurts. There's a couple guys that are going to get money here soon.
So, but now here's my point.
Daniel Jones.
Well, Daniel Jones should get franchise tag. I do, and I think the Giants need to sign Saquon first.
I agree.
Get Saquon into contract first.
Which Saquon also talked about taking a reasonable deal.
Yeah. So my thing is this: is the best quarterbacks that have a chance at winning Super Bowls are the guys that don't sit there and make it about the money.
Yeah.
Because quarterbacks are judged on rings, right? And Tom Brady always took the friendly contract.
Sure.
Okay. And I hate to say this because you know me, I hate Pittsburgh, but Ben Roethlisberger took the friendly contract to get talent around him and maintain the team. So in my opinion, it's like, I get the younger generation. Give me my money. Give me it guaranteed. Give me it now. And I get it. because they're playing a position, they're playing a sport that it's unforgivable. Your bodies wear out, but
Trent,
be real.
You brought up friendly quarterback contracts, Trent. This is gonna segue us to our next quarterback, but it's an unfriendly quarterback contract. So what about Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Where do you think he's gonna land?
And that's why Devontae left.
No, it's not. That's a false statement. That's a false statement. That's a false statement.
Okay, so now when I sit here and say that the Raiders should take on Aaron Rodgers' contract, what's your statement then?
Or restructure.
I mean,
we're saying they're not going to set them up. Tell me that. Then if the Raiders take on Aaron Rodgers' contract, then are they going to set themselves back, or are they just good? That's a great move. You tell me that, because if you say it's stupid, then you're full of crap. Because they gave Rodgers his money first, and Adam said, "See ya, I'm leaving," even though the Packers offered him the same deal that the Raiders offered.
Packers offered more than what the Raiders offered him. He was going to Las Vegas no matter what.
Okay, so then tell me, if the Raiders take on Aaron Rodgers' contract, are they stupid? Are they overspending? Or do you think it's like, damn, good job for you guys. You guys just took my team. You tell me.
Okay,
you tell me. I'm
about to tell you, but it depends on from what perspective you're looking at it from. From a Raiders fan, fuck yeah, I'd take Aaron Rodgers, and I love the move because you know what? I'll take any success I can take if I'm a Raiders fan.
Yeah.
If I'm a Packers fan, I say, yeah, hell yeah, get rid of the contract, save us some money, give us some picks. God, that hurts me to say that. Yeah, but yeah, I do.
Yeah, because you guys are probably living at third or fourth in the division for a couple of years.
Whoa. I wouldn't say that at all, actually.
You think Jordan Love's that good?
I think Jordan Love is a very capable quarterback.
Capable?
Yeah, and that's all that's all I can ask for.
Not championship.
That's all you can say right now because you don't know.
It's such a small sample size. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you then, is Aaron Rodgers still a championship caliber quarterback?
Yes, I think he is. In the right scenario, he is absolutely 100% a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Can I weigh in real quick? I think if Rodgers does stay with the Packers, I think the Packers are much better than they were this year. Because I think he gets a whole year with these new receivers, I guess. Watson, he gets like off season with them. But if he's not, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's tough to say. Like he's a great quarterback. Brett Favre was a great quarterback. But they also each won you one Super Bowl. I mean, and again, going back to like you're measured on
20-some years together in Green Bay, they have 2 Super Bowls.
I know. I mean,
cheer about. That's nuts.
Yeah, let's not dwell on that.
It's frustrating.
Okay, it's frustrating. It is.
It is frustrating.
Not for me. I mean, I'm cool with it, but like.
Oh yeah.
Dude. Yeah. Well, let's be real. In all those years, Tyler, how many years did those Niners win a Super Bowl?
Dude,
how many years did my Raiders? You guys haven't won a Super Bowl since Brett Favre's been the quarterback of the Packers.
Tyler, I was gonna say you gotta fill your role with the the Super Bowl stuff there.
You got. I mean, my team just. At least my team just never makes it, right? Your team at least makes it, but never wins it.
Yeah, you made it to the Super Bowl in 2002, so.
Yeah, and we got freaking mercy ruled. Okay, like I'm not afraid to admit that. But your two teams have like legit organizations, right? Like well organized, managed from the top to the bottom. And you guys literally, other than I will say it,
Al Davis,
at least Trey. No. No, I love the guy. Don't get me wrong. I love the guy. I mean, he changed the NFL. The NFL hated him. But dude, I mean, let's be real. I mean, the Niners since Steve Young have not won a Super Bowl.
Okay.
And the Packers won with Aaron Rodgers, which is at least the soonest out of all our teams.
That brings us back. So where is he going next?
The best thing was Aaron Rodgers beat the Steelers, guys.
But hold on,
let's not forget that. That was the best thing ever.
Right, but
I loved it.
Let's also keep this in mind too.
I cranked green and yellow in my dorm in college that year.
A little wheezy.
Trent, just so you're aware though, like, Niners haven't been okay. Shanahan and John Lynch have been together since 2017. Okay. This is year 6.
Okay.
It's year 6, and they've been to three NFC championships, one Super Bowl in 6 years.
What do you got to show for it?
This is neither here. You have 2 Super Bowls.
Injuries.
Two quarterbacks. So what I'm saying is like it's not like it's out of the question. Like it's been 6 years. The fact that they were able to do what they've done in 6 years is pretty impressive considering where we were at.
Yeah, you guys were pretty awful.
They were terrible.
Back to the original.
They were terrible. A lot of people forget what's his face, the one guy, the D-line guy they hired as head coach. We had Brian Kelly for a year. Like,
what was his name?
They were awful. I can't even think of his name. It was awful.
He farted in a press conference.
Oh, dude, it was terrible.
Like, I remember him. Oh,
I mean, it was wishful thinking, but like, holy cow! So like, I'm not upset.
It was after Harbaugh. Yeah, but I mean, that's like the tough thing though. Is like you sit there and that's the tough thing. Is like you consider some teams so damn good, and they just haven't won a Super Bowl. And like you look at the Niners, and yeah, the Niners are there year in year out, but they haven't and don't get me wrong. I mean, Trey accused me of being a closet Niners fan, and
this year was terrible.
I think you're pretty open about it now, actually.
I am. I mean, I enjoy. Here's the thing. I enjoy seeing my brother's teams win.
Thanks,
okay, because I know my team never wins, so I enjoy.
Easy to say when you're in the AFC and both of us are NFC competitors every year.
Yeah. NFC sucks. AFC is head and shoulders above everybody in the NFC.
For now.
Oh my God!
Listen,
for now, until A-Rod comes on over to the dark side after his dark retreat.
Let's keep moving on with quarterbacks here because I do want to move to college basketball soon.
Let's go college basketball.
No, I need an answer about Rodgers from both of you guys. No explanation. A team where he's going to play next year. Go.
Raiders.
I say Packers.
Okay. Done. You got any other quarterbacks?
I have one more question. It's not a specific quarterback. It's about a team that's going to – which quarterback are they going to play?
Real quick, though, can we just talk about where Jimmy G goes?
We can do that. Yeah, he's a good one to talk about.
Just tell me where he goes.
I think he goes to the Raiders.
You think he's a Raider?
Oh, God.
Which, honestly, Trey, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that, Trent. Like, that's horrible that you're mad at that. If you don't get Rodgers,
Jimmy G is the epitome of a system quarterback.
Well, yeah, and you put him back with what's his face for the Patriots.
Derek Carr's better
than Jimmy G.
Yeah, even
how many
Sean
Super Bowls
said
has Derek Carr been to?
Zero. How many Super Bowls did Jimmy G been to?
One. So.
Okay. And how many did he lose?
We almost won except for one overthrown pass.
No. God damn. I don't want Jimmy G. I'd rather.
Where do you think? Okay, so where do you think he's going, Trent?
Me personally, I think he goes to the Texans with the Niners guy.
Actually, can I change my answer?
How do you go to Texans?
He is 100% made for the New York Jets.
That's my pick, the Jets.
No, Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr is going to the Bucks. I could see that. You're right.
No, I could see that. I think Jimmy G goes to the Jets. I agree.
His pretty boy persona that he puts off. He was Broadway Joe 2.0.
He's not a pretty boy. He's not a pretty boy.
I like it. I do like that.
He just has a very
I like him going there, but I could see him going to. I could see him going to the Texans. I'm not gonna lie, that with the Ryans down there.
Yeah.
And then you draft a quarterback.
Than he is Ryans.
Okay.
Last one. It's not a specific quarterback, like I said, but the Washington Commanders. Who plays quarterback for them next season?
Sam Howell.
You think so? You think they move on to him, huh?
Yeah.
Who starts this season? Sam Howell?
Sam Howell.
Wow. I don't know his contract situation. I think it should be Taylor Heineke.
You ready? You ready for me?
It should be, but Heineke said, hey, backup quarterback is probably the best job in the NFL.
You ready? Yeah, you ready for this? Sam Howell starts.
Where's Carson
Sam Howell? Can I finish this?
Go ahead.
Sam Howell starts the year. They go mediocre, if not a losing record, with a great defense. Ron Rivera gets fired mid-season. Eric Bieniemy is named interim head coach because that's his new. He's the associate head coach now. That's his role. Team turns around, goes about 500. They roll with them next year. So that's my thoughts. That's just my prediction for that organization.
I have two predictions. I think Heineke starts with a Sam Howell takeover halfway, or I think Heineke starts. No, actually, I don't think Heineke starts. I think they lose Heineke and they sign Cooper Rush.
Oh,
another NFC East quarterback.
Dallas.
He's going to get paid this year. He'll be on a team this year.
Okay.
I don't know, Chen.
Is he not on
being
Dallas?
a head coach, I think he trades and brings back Chad Henne out of retirement.
So I do have. I know we spent a lot of time in the NFL, and if you guys want to move on, I'm okay with that. But
I'm ready.
Okay, all right, we can move on. Then I'll save it for another.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Give us one more.
What I wanted to do is I wanted us each to pick two teams, one from the AFC, one from the NFC, that we think are going to be Super Bowl winners, but we cannot repeat. So it's like a draft. And we'll go oldest first, snake draft style.
Oldest first.
You can pick either NFC or AFC first, but you have to pick one of each.
49ers.
So Tyler's NFC is the 49ers. Trent?
Do I have to go NFC or can I?
No, you can pick. You can pick either. You just have to pick one of each.
I'm gonna go Buffalo Bills.
Fuck you, man.
At least you saw that.
Sorry.
All right, now we got a parental advisory episode, guys.
Sorry. Oh man, that's my pick for next year.
Sorry, kids.
Yeah. All right, shoot.
Shoot, he says.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, sugar huddle.
Oh, sugar huddle.
Oh man, I don't want to pick the Chiefs.
It's awkward now. You have you brought this topic up and you have nothing.
I know you guys took both my teams. Man, I'm gonna go Denver Broncos AFC.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
God,
Yeah.
I hate you.
All right, Trey, I thought about that as AFC.
Are you kidding me?
Trent, if they averaged 16 points a game last year, they would have gone like 13-3.
Hey, you know what they say, Trey? Let's ride.
Let's ride.
I hate Russell Wilson, dude. I hate him. I hate him so much.
Oh
my
man.
God.
I'm doing high knees right now. You guys can't tell, but
Dude,
Unbelievable.
He's like,
all right,
I get
another pick now.
I'm gonna keep all my donation money.
Snake draft. You got to go NFC, Trey.
All right, yep. I got an NFC team, and it's God. I don't want to do this. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do the Dallas Cowboys.
You took mine now. You took mine.
Good.
You did. You got me.
Dude, Dak Prescott sucks. Go ahead,
Yeah.
He sucks.
He's not awful.
He sucks.
He's streaky.
No, he's worse than Tony
NFC.
Romo.
All right.
Trent's got an NFC. Tyler, you have to pick an AFC.
NFC, ready? Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, I hate it.
It's okay.
I hate that.
It's all right. Brian Flores.
All right, I'm going.
He's gonna
again.
Yeah, he's gonna get the defense. He's gonna get the defense playing with that offense. You got freaking Jefferson. You got freaking Dalvin Cook.
Are they keeping Dalvin Cook? I think he's under.
What are you gonna let him walk?
No, they already paid him, Trey.
Did they?
I think they already paid him.
Okay.
Yeah, they already.
How much? Was it a lot?
No, it was a reasonable contract. Not long.
All right, well, that's a win for him.
Yeah.
Look at the Zeke contract, Trent. Look at the Zeke contract. Zeke is now a short distance specialist.
Trey, that's your Cowboys pick. Okay, I'm taking.
They got to get rid of
Minnesota.
They're getting rid of Zeke.
You're talking about your Cowboys. You're criticizing your Cowboys pick.
It's a two.
I'm taking my
Tony
pick.
Tony Pollard's coming back stronger than ever next year after
after a broken ass leg.
And if you think the Vikings are going to succeed at all, you got to get rid of Kirk Cousins. He's the only thing holding you back.
All right, Jimmy G to the Vikings.
Whatever, man. He's a winner. Y'all can hate on Jimmy G all you want. He is a winner.
Trey, don't forget, Tyler was telling us earlier in the year how much better Jimmy G was than Joe Montana. Do you remember those graphics that he sent us?
Tyler
Didn't say
argued
that.
Jimmy G.
Didn't say that.
He did say that. And then all of a sudden,
you argued that he was a top. You argued that he was a top 10 quarterback of all time. Tyler.
All time, yep. And remember he sent over Joe Montana stats.
No,
remember that he did, and then and now he's all on Big Brock. So I don't
Big
want
Brock,
Jimmy G.
That's what you're gonna call him.
If the Raiders get Jimmy G, I'm just saying right now, I'm gonna be furious.
AFC
Tyler,
pick.
let's hear
furious.
Bengals.
AFC. Okay, that's fair.
Who was it?
All right, so Tyler's teams for the Super Bowl winners: Niners, Bengals.
Sure.
Trent,
that's
Bills.
Yeah, man, that's a good.
Yeah,
pick.
that's great. Yeah.
Thanks.
Trent, Bills, Vikings. I got Denver, Dallas.
Yeah, I hate mine. Oh, Trey, actually, yours sounds so stupid.
Oh man, we're keeping receipts, baby.
Dude, Trey, yours sounds so dumb. Like I'm literally gonna put at least $5 to $10 on the Denver Broncos to not make the playoffs again this year. Easiest money ever.
I'm gonna put $5 to $10 on the Super Bowl matchup being the Broncos and Cowboys, baby. Mano y mano.
That sounds money down the drain there.
We'll see. God damn.
How about let's bring that up. Micah Parsons says he won't give his girl a ring until he wins one. So how long are they together?
Wow. Well, if she's smart, she stays with him through it.
I mean, it'd be worth the journey with all the money, but I'm sorry, but I don't think she's getting married anytime soon.
No?
I'm always on the Cowboys bandwagon. I actually do. Listen, my disagreement with you is the Broncos. That was the stupidest thing you could ever do.
I don't think it's that dumb.
Dude, Trey, they're third best in their league.
So what are they missing? What are they missing?
Quarterback.
I think they're missing everything.
They're missing everything?
I just think I think their quarterback is being exposed. If Sean Payton doesn't commit to the run, commit to a great defense. Here's where I hate to.
That's a great thing to have.
Can I admit something here that I hate to admit? Is Pete Carroll was right.
Yeah.
That Russell Wilson is a game manager.
So you think that he was a system quarterback and Pete Carroll is to thank for all the Seahawks success?
Yes, I do.
Whoa,
I think the Seahawks success came for the defense.
And I hate to say it because Pete Carroll is all about playing solid defense, great run game, manage the game, make a play when you need to. And Russell Wilson wanted to put the game on his back and his arm, essentially. And Pete Carroll was not willing to do that and said he's not capable of doing it. And that's why they separated ways.
Around the goal line.
I was going to say
that's when we'll pull on Russell Wilson's arm.
Tyler, once again, Ty, the script called for a pass, so they had to throw it.
All right. Let's get into college basketball here because we got a lot of games to run through here.
All right, let's go. Rapid fire time or what, boys?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, let's try to keep it short.
Yeah, we got to keep it moving. We just spent a ton of time in the NFL, and the NFL's over. What the hell did we just do?
NFL's champion, man.
It's over.
It is. All right, here we go.
I know.
First game we got is Seton Hall and UConn. UConn is -10.
All right, I got Seton Hall +10. Seton Hall +10. They are hot. They're starting to buy into the coach's system. I can't trust UConn completely anymore. I'm not on their board.
That's fair enough.
Oh gosh, I hate betting UConn, and I hate making picks on UConn.
Take it.
The 10 points is too. It's too much to not bet on Seton Hall, but I just know UConn's going to win by 27 points or something.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with my gut though. I'm gonna go Seton Hall +10. That's gonna be my pick.
Okay. All right, well, boys, I am taking UConn -10 because it is at Connecticut.
Oh yeah.
Yep, taking it.
All right, what are their? Do you have their splits offhand? Their home?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, we know Trent's offhand.
I do. UConn is 13-2 at home. Seton Hall is 5-5 on the road. So,
okay.
Tis what it is, boys.
It's a heavy spread. Next game we got West Virginia and Texas Tech. This is at West Virginia. West Virginia is -6.5.
All right. Well, my boy Seth Greenberg, although Texas Tech is 14-2, I guess Seth Greenberg says, well, they play in the Big 12, so they're playing for a tournament spot, Bull crap. But Texas Tech is hot, and I think 6.5 is too steep. I love Huggins, but I think 6.5 Texas Tech covers.
Okay, Trey?
Ooh. Is this game's at Texas Tech?
No, it's at West Virginia.
It's at West Virginia.
Oh my! Then give me West Virginia -6.5.
Fair.
I will take that. And
I am also on the West Virginia train here for
-6.5.
Huggy Bear.
Wow.
Texas. They're 3-10 in their conference. I know West Virginia's 4-9, but
yeah,
Texas. I don't.
3 straight wins against ranked teams, top-ranked teams.
They're due.
Yeah, so
I'm saying Texas Tech. I'm saying Texas Tech is.
Yeah, they're due for a blowout to lose.
Okay.
Next one we got here is Tennessee at Kentucky. Kentucky is +2.
It was 3 earlier, but
I'll start with this. I'm gonna go Tennessee I'm gonna go Tennessee -2.
God damn. Tennessee's my least favorite team to bet with.
Yeah, they're
I'm
up
just
there.
gonna put that out there.
They're up there with Auburn for me.
They literally just pissed me off. I will say this: the fact that Kentucky's on the bubble, right? Like they're legit, like not making the tournament, guys. Like it's, I hate to say it, but like right now, Kentucky is not a tournament team.
Yeah, they're on the last 4 out, I think.
Kentucky beat Tennessee at Tennessee, 63-56 last time on January 14th. Tennessee's coming off a major win over Alabama on Wednesday. Kentucky is coming off of a pretty good win against Mississippi State. I'm gonna hate to say it, I'm taking freaking Kentucky. Can I get +3 as early, or do I gotta take +2?
Nope, 2.
Okay.
You want to think about it, Trey?
I'm gonna wrong. I'm gonna take Kentucky. I'm gonna take Kentucky with the points. I think they're gonna outright win.
All right.
Yep. That's where I'm at.
I would love Tennessee to win this game, but again, I don't trust them, so I'm taking Kentucky +2. Next game we got Wake Forest at Miami. Miami is -7.
Ooh. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's an interesting line, isn't it?
It is an interesting line. Because Wake's not a bad team.
No, they can surprise you.
Yeah, but Miami's pretty tough too. They're both on a pretty. It's like Miami's on a 5-game win streak. Wake's on a 3-game win streak.
Yeah.
Wake Forest has beat some questionable teams though. Oh man, this is at Miami too, huh?
Yep.
I'm gonna go Wake Forest. I'm gonna go Wake Forest +7.
Wake Forest, okay.
Yep.
Trent, who you got?
I'm going Miami. Give me a.
It's old reliable, huh?
Miami is too talented at the card play, too talented with Williams. Williams is the difference maker this year. I mean, he showed that against North Carolina at Carolina. They were about 6. What was it? 6-point underdogs. I think they were against UNC at UNC.
Yeah. 5.5.
Williams. Yeah, 5.5, 6. They were. I'm going Miami. I think Miami is better. Miami's a better team than last year's team who made an Elite Eight run.
And,
they have a better team.
Can I say something? I was actually just going to comment on this too, Trent. A little side note, not about the game in general, but if Isaiah Wong stays and he doesn't declare for the draft, and most of their other players stay and they don't get hit by the transfer portal, Miami might be one of the best teams next year.
Sure.
I think that listen, don't sleep on them this year, man. Like,
yeah, no, and that's what I mean.
Like,
is like
Wong is there, but here's the thing: is Williams for Miami is their best player.
Yeah, but
so
then you have that experienced leadership to get them through their adversity and everything. They might be a pretty good tournament team there.
All right, I'm also going Miami -7, especially Miami at home. That's where I'm at.
14-0.
I might just convince myself not to.
14-0 at home, guys. 14-0 at home.
All right, next one we got Oklahoma State TCU. This is at TCU. TCU is -5.
Oof.
I'm not sure about who's back for TCU.
-5.5. I'm seeing.
Would you say about Miles?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any word on their players and stuff.
When was the last time he played? Did he play recently?
It's been like 6 or 7 games.
Jeez.
At least. I'm going. I'm gonna go TCU -5 here. I think they're due.
Ooh.
They're due.
Wow.
They're at home.
Bold move.
Well, I mean, Jamie Dixon's got to get them to do something here. If they don't, geez. I mean, this is Jamie Dixon.
Talk about a team that really fell off.
Yeah, this is Jamie Dixon March right now. This is exactly what he used to do when he was at Pitt. His teams fall off when it matters.
At this point, the only injury listed is Rondell Walker for TCU, and I'm not seeing Miles.
All right, well, that's a good.
I'm actually seeing reports that Miles is back because he's not on the injury list.
There you go.
But I don't know if that's true.
Well,
I'd say college basketball, their rules are weird with injury reports and stuff. It's
still going.
Yeah.
TCU -5.
It's at TCU, correct?
At TCU.
Yeah.
I'm going to hop on that with you, Tyler. I'm going to take TCU -5.
Okay.
And you're right, they do need to win. It's almost a must-win game right before going into the late February.
I mean, TCU has lost 4 in a row.
Yeah.
I said that.
4 in a row.
Text. Yeah.
So can they win? Can they win but not cover? 5? What was it? 5 or 5.5?
-5, right?
I had 5.
I have 5 on DraftKings at this moment. Or I'm sorry, 5.5. Whew. That's steep to me. I mean, Oklahoma State is hot. Like, they're a hot team right now. Granted, they're on a 1-game streak of losing, but
they could be
that was the Kansas. You know, to get 5 points, on the road on a team where you don't even know if Miles is a full go, right?
Sure.
So I'm gonna have to go opposite of you fellas. I'm gonna go Oklahoma State 5. Am I getting 5 or am I getting 5.5?
Getting 5.
You're getting 5.
Okay, yeah. You guys' spreads stink. I get the half point on DraftKings right now, but
that's too bad.
It is, but I'm gonna take Oklahoma State +5.
All right.
Yeah.
Next one we got Iowa State at Kansas State, and Kansas State is getting 3. They're at -3 right now.
What time is this game at? Do we know?
I have them in order, so.
Oh, I see it. It's at 2. All right. -3 for Kansas State. Iowa State's one of the. I feel like Iowa State and UConn to me are in the same kind of boat. You know what I mean? Where it's just one day they look like the best team ever,
Sure.
and then the next day it's like, do you guys know how to play basketball?
Yes.
With Kansas State being at home, I'm going to take them -3.
Okay. I'm also doing that, Trey. I'm going to Kansas State -3, just mainly because it's at home.
Make that a team ride there, boys.
Team ride.
mean, the fact that they've lost 2 straight. I mean,
it's frustrating for me because I won Iowa State, but I can't bet against Kansas State right now at home, especially.
Yeah.
All right, next one we got Baylor at Kansas. Kansas is -5. Baylor's hot right now.
Yeah, that's an odd line for me.
5. I'm jumping out ahead of all of you. Baylor.
What?
Baylor on the points. I'm even gonna. Gosh, guys. I mean, I love Baylor money line here. I think Baylor's guards are so much better than Kansas's guards. I just think they're more athletic. What is it? Keontae Johnson, I think his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Baylor's guards are better than Kansas's guards. Granted, I like Wilson. Wilson's experience. Wilson's steady. But I think in terms of overall guard play, Baylor's better. The only way Kansas wins is if Adams plays a hell of a game. And that's Kansas's post player. But I'm going Baylor +5.
Sure. Okay.
Go ahead, Tyler. I'll let you go.
I'm also going to jump on the Baylor +5 bandwagon because I just think Baylor's hot.
Looks like we got another team, right?
All right.
I think that this is a huge game for the Big 12, and honestly, just a statement game in general for college basketball. 5.5 points in an interdivisional top 10 seeded team game, like that's like Trent said. You could even put money on Baylor money line and potentially make out great. So I'm going to take the 5.5 points.
Sure. All right, we're all on Baylor +5. All right, next game we got is Pitt, Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is getting 5 points, -5. Not getting, sorry. Virginia Tech is -5. Pitt's getting 5 points.
Whoa, I was about to say, what?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I'm just going to put it out there. I'm on Pitt +5.
This seems
double that, Tyler. I'm also on that Pitt +5.
I don't know how you bet against Pitt.
This seems trappy to me.
It does seem trappy.
Yep, totally trappy.
That seems super trappy. I mean, here's the thing. What'd you say?
It's at Virginia Tech, so if that's any consolation.
That's the concern.
Well, Pitt's 7-2 away.
Dude, yeah, I find it hard to bet against Pitt right now, especially if you're going to put Pitt as underdogs right now.
It's kind of mind-boggling that Pitt doesn't have a national ranking
at all in the ACC in their tops.
Yeah,
I have no clue.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Complete crap.
What is the spread again?
5.
This is a weird game.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go with the trap setting.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna fade what I would normally do here.
Yeah. This one doesn't make sense.
You want Virginia Tech?
It doesn't make sense. I'm gonna go Virginia Tech -5.
Okay.
I am. I just feel like that place is tough. That's a tough place to play.
Yeah, sure.
Give them more credit. Give them more credit. Student section's right on top of you. They're loud.
Mm-hmm.
They went on a streak there for a long time without winning a game. I think it's time Pitt drops a game, and so yeah. I'm going Virginia Tech -5.
Okay. Next we got Duke at Syracuse. Syracuse is -1.5.
Wow.
Sorry.
Syracuse.
No. Wait, I lied. Syracuse is +1.5. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was my fault. I read it wrong.
I think I'm gonna piggyback on what Trent said earlier. Duke is. I don't think they're a bubble team, but if they lose this game, they would be. I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is like. I hate to say it's an overused term, but I think it's a very important game for win to Duke. Not for Duke to win, not a must win necessarily, but
it's a must win. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and say it's a must win. Yeah.
All right, I'm on the same board as you, Trey. Duke -1.5. Come on, Duke. Come on, Duke fan.
I hate
betting on my team.
I do.
I know.
But to think that they would.
That's a toss-up, man.
I mean, it is a pick 'em. It should be a pick 'em. Yeah. I mean, to play at Syracuse with the team that Syracuse has versus the team that Duke has. I don't want to make excuses because it's what Duke is all about. Is they have to prepare to deal with a new group every year. That's tough. That's a tough task for those young guys to go into the Carrier Dome and win. But I'm thinking that team is playing better. I think they're finding an identity. And I think the inside route is the knowledge of that 2-3 zone. Knowing with Coach K, having Boeheim on the Olympic team, and Shire being there. So I'm going Duke -1.5.
Okay, we're all Duke -1.5.
I wasn't, I didn't know where you were going with that pick based off of that little.
There was a lot of inside weird talk.
Yeah.
Not sure what he was saying.
Sorry, but
I was like, he's on Duke. Nope, Syracuse. No, back to Duke.
It is tough. It's tough to bet against Syracuse at home. I will tell you that.
I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
Yeah.
All right. Last one we got here on the big board for the, I don't know, we'll call them bigger games, but we got Texas
Large
A&M.
Market.
Yeah. We got Texas A&M at Missouri. Missouri -2. Go Missouri -2.
I'm a huge Aggie guy. I think they're big. I think they're strong, powerful, experienced. I'm going to Aggies plus. You said 2.5.
Yep.
Give me that hook. I'm taking the Aggies plus 2.5.
Gotcha.
I'm on board there. Buzz Williams doesn't lie.
He sweats, that's for sure.
He does when he's at Applebees in Hershey.
Oh yeah, rude.
Yep.
Oh, was he rude to you?
Doesn't even admit who he is.
No, I had a waitress ask who he was. I said, "Is that Buzz Williams over there in the booth?" And she goes, "I'll go ask him." And he looked around real quick when she went up and asked him. He's like, "Nah, it's not me." And I know for sure it was totally Buzz Williams.
Was it?
Yes.
I don't know, Tyler. There's a lot of people I think that
Trey,
could
I did some quick research there. He had 4 kids with him. Buzz Williams has 4 kids. I had this whole research thing done.
Well, how many dollar margaritas did you have in you at this point?
0. I had a half a beer.
But a lot of wings and endless
unlimited,
chicken tenders.
Endless boneless wings and riblets, baby.
Hey, that's not me. I get the shrimp.
Yum,
So.
nom, nom, nom.
I get the shrimp.
When I'm
I get the shrimp.
I get the crispy shrimp there.
Buzz Williams, he's an identity denier, huh?
I just went and met Blake Shelton at the Hershey Wine and Spirit store. Went over with my signed bottle. And my wife and I and Corey and I were there, and I was like, I think that's Buzz Williams in the corner booth. She goes, "Who's Buzz Williams?" And at that time, I think it was coaching Marquette at the time.
Did he coach Marquette?
Marquette or Virginia Tech?
It was Virginia Tech. That's who it was.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, that's Buzz Williams. And she's like, "Really?" I was like, she's like, "Who's that?" So I started researching. I'm like, totally him. And the way he looked at me and I looked at him, because I was standing up being all awkward, staring at the booth.
You stood up to stare at him?
Yeah, I mean I was standing at the bar, it is what it is. And I looked over and I see him shake his head nah, that's not me. And I'm like, oh man, that guy's lying.
Why wouldn't you want to admit you're Buzz Williams to everyone, you know?
I think he was on vacation in Hershey and probably just didn't want people. I don't know.
No. Shame on him.
Yeah, I know. I was ready to go get his autograph and a picture with him. That's it. But
You're gonna let him sign your Blake Shelton bottle along with Blake.
Maybe I'll let him sign my shiny head. All right, what we got here? All right, a little bit smaller board here in terms of teams. All right, guys, you ready?
No, I'm ready.
This is bread and butter right here. There's a lot of
This
t-shirts
is where the money's made.
Yeah, I have a lot of t-shirts here. These are the games that are hard to fix, if you will.
Yeah, hard to fix and hard to really fit. When there's 150 games on a Saturday,
yeah.
You tell me. I mean, granted, I'm sure there are plenty of them, but sports cappers got to make some mistakes on these littler games.
All right, here we go. First round.
Littler or smaller?
We got littler. Yeah, we got Ohio at Central Michigan. Central Michigan is plus 6.5. Trent, who you got?
I got Ohio minus 6.5.
Trey?
Me as well. Ohio minus 6.5. Central Michigan
Team
sucks.
ride it. Team ride it.
Oh, they're real bad.
This is Ohio's fighting for a top seed in their tournament.
Mm-hmm.
They're right
Ohio's
there.
hot.
I truly think Ohio could come out of the MAC and be the at-large, or not the at-large bid, the automatic bid for winning their conference. I really do. I think they're getting hot at the right time, like Trent said.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, next one we got. This is a wild spread here. Green Bay at Youngstown State. Youngstown State is minus 22.5. Huge line.
So Green Bay is an awful team.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
But I'll tell you right now.
That's huge, dude. At 22.5.
They're an awful team that has been playing as awful lately. It's hard to beat any team by 23 points. I'm going to go Green Bay plus 22.5. And Youngstown State is one of my favorite teams this year to bet on. So this hurts, but I'm taking Green Bay with all those points.
Okay. Trent?
Yeah.
The big sigh there.
I mean, it's so tough because it's like sometimes you avoid the big spread because like you think there's no way it happens. Like you feel like there's such a better chance for them to not cover. What do we say? 22.5?
Yeah.
I mean, you feel that way, but it's also like sometimes the fact that the spreads are that big that hey, this team is just gonna sit there and rock them. But 22.5.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going Youngstown. Go Penguins.
Okay.
What a weird mascot for an Ohio team.
Penguins.
Yeah. Stupid.
Yeah.
All right, next we got Gardner Webb at UNC Asheville. UNC Asheville is minus 1.5.
I'll go.
Go ahead.
So Gardner Webb got annihilated in their last game.
Yeah. It
was a Winthrop against Winthrop. Right?
Remember, we thought it was a mistake.
Yeah, and Gardner, that's not. Something was up with that. Something they knew, either Cappers knew or something. The matchup wasn't good, but Gardner Webb isn't a bad team, so I'm going to take them. I'm going to go with them. Was it plus 1.5?
Mm-hmm.
But Trey, Cappers had them at minus 8.5 for that game, and they got crushed.
Yeah, that was it 8.5. I thought it was like 6.
No, they were at like 8.5, and we were like, why the hell does, like, when we look at Greg's lines, like, we're like, what the hell does he have Winthrop favored?
He had him at 6. Okay.
He had Winthrop favored at minus 7.
Oh.
And we were like, this has to be a typo. The book has them almost the full opposite direction. That's what shocked the crap out of us.
Well, Greg knows. He always knows.
Was he though?
I disagree with that. I
really disagree with that.
The guy, I respect the guy, but I disagree with it. Anyway,
you're telling me he picked a 14-point swing and was on the right side.
He did.
You're telling me that wasn't a mistake. Like, that's not just pure knowledge of the game and of the teams.
Yeah, I guess.
What's your
Trey's
pick, Trey? So Trey, you're Gardner Webb.
I'm Gardner Webb. Yep,
right.
plus 1.5.
All right, give me the team and the spread again, Ty.
UNC Asheville minus 1.5.
Man, I don't even have them. Jeez.
At UNC Asheville.
What do you have? What do you got, Ty?
My pick's UNC Asheville minus 1.5. I'm big on the Bulldogs.
That's where I'm at too. I'm not sold on I'm not sold on
Gardner Webb.
Yeah.
We're one of my teams. UNC Asheville's one of my teams to bet on this year. So
yeah.
Be prepared to make that bet tomorrow, Trey.
Remember when they used to have like the 7'5" guy?
Yeah. All right, next we got UT Arlington at Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin is minus 11.5. I am all over Arlington plus 11.5. Like melted on them. That's how far I am on them.
Are you like a slice of American cheese on a well done hamburger?
Dude, you make me cheddar, and I'm all over it.
I don't know what that means.
Cheddar. Oh, cheddar on a burger.
Cheese. Yeah, exactly. It's harder to melt than American cheese. That's how hard I am.
Is it like harder to melt? Is it like equivalent to like trying to nail jelly or Jello to a tree?
Yes, kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm all over Arlington plus 11.5 on this game.
Okay.
Even though, keep this in mind, Stephen F. Austin was a team that I bet on a lot.
Yeah.
But Arlington right now has a horrible record, but they are covering dogs.
Ooh, okay. I'm going Stephen F. Austin.
Wow. Totally just disregard everything you said.
I know. I'm sorry. I was.
You know what? Looks like I'm gonna go with UT Arlington. Only because I've bet against them a couple times this year, and Tyler's right. They
cover.
Yeah. It doesn't look like by their covering, like their spread is they're 10 and 11 against the spread, but I think what happens is
recently
against against these better teams like Stephen F. Austin, like Tarleton or Sam Houston, like they get these bigger numbers given to them and they can battle. So
yeah.
That's
the thing. They come down the wire with a lot of games.
Yeah.
Stephen F. Austin, I don't trust them to ever cover that big of a spread.
No, yeah, I agree.
Stephen F. Austin, I trust more as a dog spread, but
I just have to. I gotta go with Stephen F. Austin. I'm sorry.
It's all right. All right, next we got USC Upstate at High Point. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I am fading my guys, and I've been fading them, and I have not been losing. I am going USC Upstate plus 1.5. I think they beat High Point.
USC Upstate's pretty rough.
Yeah, I want to pick High Point so bad. I just can't. Every time I pick them, they lose.
What do you have them as their spread?
Minus 1.5.
I'm going High Point.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I would love to make that pick. I just can't.
I think. Wow. Tyler.
Yeah.
In Trent too. Last USC Upstate, SC Upstate is on a 4-game win streak right now. Yeah. And they just beat Longwood, who's the top of their division. Winthrop, who just handed Gardner Webb a whopping, and then UNC Asheville they beat by 6. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't look into this game at all prior to, so I'm just seeing this, and it's kind of eye opening. So I'm gonna go with Upstate as well.
Okay. Next, we got Southern University and Grambling. Grambling is minus 2.5. This is at Grambling.
Grambling's a good little team to bet on.
I'm on Grambling minus 2.5 at home.
I'm on it too, home team.
All right, make it 2 for 2.
Yeah, well, let's make that a team ride there.
Make it team ride. 3 for 3. Let's see what we got next. Next, we got Stetson at Florida Gulf Coast. Florida Gulf Coast is getting minus 4.5 on this. I'll give you guys my pick a while. I am on Florida Gulf Coast minus 4.5. Dunk City.
Over Stetson. The old Dunk City. Are they still Dunk City? You
It was Lob City.
All right, whatever. I'm still throwing them out. Like, whatever.
No, Lob City was the Clippers. Come on
Trey,
now.
you're wrong.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lob City. It was Dunk City. Oh, yeah.
I'm looking this up, Trent.
Lob City was the Clippers.
Yeah, Trent's right.
Yeah, he is. Damn it.
Thank you. I accept your apology.
I didn't apologize.
Oh, well, I'm waiting for it.
All right, so who you guys got? Stetson or FGCU or FGCU?
I'm going Stetson.
Okay. Not a bad pick, Trey. I mean, I don't mind Stetson.
What time's this game at again?
After the Grambling game? I don't know. I have them in order, dude. I don't know.
And what's the spread?
-4.5 FGCU.
FGCU and
They're at home.
Who's at home?
FGCU.
Okay. Give me. I love the bet with FGCU, but I'm going Stetson.
Okay. Me, Joe Stetson. Sorry. Wrong show. All right. Next, we got Sam Houston at Tarleton State.
Ooh, what's that?
What?
What's that spread?
Tarleton State is getting +3.
Give me Sam Houston.
Okay.
Love the Bearcats.
Trent?
Yeah, I'm riding that too. I'm going Sam Houston.
Where you guys think I'm going?
I think you're going Tarleton.
You're a big old Tarleton guy.
You would think so, but I'll tell you what. 3 is not big enough of a spread for me. I am going Sam Houston -3.
Oh, a little Tarley boy didn't go with him, huh?
Dude,
Tarley boy.
I might be like on my teams. Don't get me wrong, like, but I can also fade my teams.
You gotta bet numbers.
I'm like, if you give Tarleton State 6.5, 7 there, I'm taking Tarleton State.
Yeah,
but
cool.
-3, that's way too shallow. So I'm not on that. All right, next one we got here is North Dakota State and at BJBs.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
And the spread is Oral Roberts -14.
Give them to me. North Dakota State teams are awful. North Dakota State, they're awful.
You gotta be careful though, Trent. Oral Roberts the other night was -19 against North Dakota, and only beat them by 3.
Don't care.
I am also on Oral Roberts -14.
So Oral Roberts is undefeated in the Summit, 15-0. One of the teams threatening one of the only teams threatening them really is there's a couple of them. Let's see here.
North Dakota's third.
A couple of them.
You got South Dakota State. You got St. Thomas, Minnesota, Western Illinois, and North Dakota State is on that list.
They're in third.
So, 14 points, Tyler?
Yes, sir.
You know what? They got to get their loss one time. I'm going to take the 14 points. It might even be their first loss in the Summit League.
No way.
Give me North Dakota State +14.
Wow. At Oral Roberts.
At the BJBs.
Okay. I hate your take.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to like it.
Okay.
You don't gotta like it.
I don't.
You know what else you're gonna hate?
What's that?
Getting that 1 in the L column from this game.
Yeah. Hey, Trey, did you happen to see what the score was of North Dakota State Oral Roberts at North Dakota State was?
You know.
No, I'm asking.
No, I haven't. I didn't. And it doesn't really matter to me. I'm betting a situation and a number.
Okay. 92-69 at North Dakota State. Oral Roberts won.
Or Roberts puts up over 90 points tomorrow, just so you know.
Yeah, I agree. Potentially a three-figure score.
Yeah.
Might be, yeah.
I actually do because, hey, Trey, have you happened to see other scores? Oh, man, I'm sorry. Never mind. It's just...
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just looking. I mean, you already stated the record of Oral Roberts, but to be at home, I think they poo-poo on them.
But is it by over 14, though?
Yeah, I think it's over 20.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, I'll put a beer on that for you.
Oh, here we go. Beer bet.
Let's do it.
Beer bet.
Beer bet it is. Beer bet
All
it
right,
is.
you got actually, yeah. Give me 14. I'll take. They got to cover 14.
Wow. Okay. Let's get it.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm not betting the money line beer bet.
Well, yeah, that'd be stupidity.
Yeah, unless you want to give me a case, and I'll buy you a beer.
Unless you want to give me a half. Give me a hook. Give me like 13 and a half. Can we do that?
No, let's do 14 and a half.
Yeah. No. Whoa. No, I'm taking 14.
Oh, I'm giving you a hook. 14 and a half.
No. Give me the hook.
You taking a hook, Trey. You're taking a hook there.
No,
Trey will take the meat hook. He'll take.
No, I'm not giving you any hooks. I'm taking 14.
Just go 14. Just go with the actual spread.
Yeah, let's go 14.
Yeah. All right. I got Oral Roberts minus 14.
All right. And, hey, last one we got here on the board is Utah Valley at Seattle U. Seattle is +2.
I did see this earlier. This is This is a tough one.
This is a tough one.
Seattle started out so hot this year. They're playing so well, and lately they just are not
covering.
Not the same team. Yeah.
Well, let's look at
I'm on Utah Valley -2.
So right now, Utah Valley's first place, 20-6. Seattle's 18-9. You got Utah Valley, who's 8-5 on the road. Whew. Man. And what is it? -2?
Utah Valley -2.
Ooh.
I don't think Utah Valley. Trent, how does Utah Valley play on the road? It doesn't.
You said 8-5.
Utah Valley's 8-5 on the road. Seattle is 11-2 at home. 7-7 on the road. I like I mean, here's the tough thing: is I feel like, I don't know about you guys. Don't you think home teams dictate the pace of the game? Like, do you feel that often or no? Like,
yeah.
Like, sometimes I feel like home teams dictate the pace.
I think it's all situational.
I mean, I get what you're saying. It's tough to truly, like,
because there's teams that come into these, like, away teams that come into these arenas that have nothing to lose, that just come out guns a-blazing, making every shot, playing aggressive.
But I mean, the fact that, like, Seattle beat Utah Valley 85-80 at Utah Valley.
Yeah.
You know, like, that to me, just, I'm sitting there.
That's what tells you Utah Valley's going to beat them pretty bad.
You think, that tells you that Utah Valley's going to beat them bad?
Yep.
Why?
All right,
Because
I'm gonna make my pick.
Go ahead.
I'm going Seattle +2.
Okay.
I think all of Utah Valley's losses have come, obviously, when they're away. The fact that, Trent, I didn't know that Seattle beat them at Utah Valley, and that's a big win for them. Seattle plays well at home. I like the +2. Okay. Divisional game. It's like Tyler, like we said, coming down to the wire. Divisional games mean more now, and at home you gotta capitalize. I'll take the team at home getting points in a very tight matchup. So.
Okay.
Yep, I'm on board. Seattle +2.
Okay, I'm still in Utah Valley -2.
Well, good luck.
Thanks. Well, yeah, we expect that. We expect that.
Hey, when you got the biggest record on the board right now, I mean, hey.
Oh, I know, and I'm my record. I gotta.
Whoa! Can you throw up those NFL records on the NFL boards? Because who is the leader there, boys?
Dude,
Yeah.
I just put all the boards together, so our records.
Oh yeah, no, I know you separated that because NFL wise, you separated college basketball for individuality, but NFL boards, I was above and beyond.
No, the board records I give you is NFL and. Yes,
just look NFL only. Look NFL only.
You can look NFL only, but I'm saying the board records I give are the whole boards.
I know, but we used to separate them, but it's okay.
I haven't separated in my notes.
Yeah, and who led the NFL?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I did. Above and beyond.
It wasn't me.
But you're right. I'm right there. But I'm literally a game back behind you on the college basketball. I'm right there with you.
We'll start posting records here with boards.
Well, yeah, we can. We need to pick some official pick winners on this. We need to go 3-0 tomorrow.
You know what's starting to get into it? The golf season's starting to get into it, fellas.
What? Tiger and his Tams?
Yeah.
I mean, just this tournament, the Genesis right now. We got listen to the names. Like before
Did Tiger make the cut?
He's on pace too.
Yeah, the round 2 is suspended. Projected cuts +1. Tiger's at +1. So ties make the cut.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, that's good. No, that's a good thing. No, he's right at the cut line.
No, I'm saying I should. I didn't take it.
Right now, I see it. Tiger Woods in line to make cut +1.
Yeah, he's tied 60.
Yeah, I didn't take the boost, guys. Okay. Yeah, I asked you guys, and you guys were like,
So hold on. So one thing I want to touch on regarding golf, not necessarily our strong suit when it comes to betting, but it is. I love playing golf. I love watching golf. We do bet it occasionally.
Oh hell yeah!
One thing that I will give. This is a controversial topic, as we've probably heard throughout the past year, but the live league and those contracts and the money they're paying to players, it absolutely showed the hand of the PGA Tour. The PGA Tour this year doubled their winnings for every tournament that they pay out. Yeah. How all of a sudden are they able to do that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why, because they had competition with another league that's paying their people out more.
So you're saying live is good.
Live is good for the players.
Yes.
And then that's what Phil Mickelson's whole thing was originally. That's what he said. That's what
the whole thing. I mean, that you go back to look at what McAfee and those guys talked about it too. Is the fact that you got to put the players first. It's not about the leagues that can make crazy amounts of money. Yeah. This is about the people that make you your money.
Yeah, and people will go and say the PGA it's a non-profit or it's a non-profit league. They apparently don't make any money, and they do a lot for charity. I will give them that and props to them for that. But the fact of the matter is that they weren't paying their employees a sufficient amount of money for the times. Yeah, sure, don't get me wrong, $2 million to win a golf tournament, that's insane. That's stupid money to play a sport and be good at it. But when you think about baseball players that are getting paid $900 million for a lifetime contract, and what do they do? It's just as a physically demanding sport as golf. So I think that Phil really took a fall in his legacy, and so did a lot of other guys, for really benefiting these PGA players that are now playing. Mm-hmm. Not only that, but they made these smaller name tournaments so much more loaded with bigger name players. The Genesis Open, which, don't get me wrong, it's a bigger tournament, but it has Max Homa, John Rahm, Colin Morikawa, Patrick Cantlay, Rory McIlroy, Will Zalatoris, Scottie Scheffler, Tommy Fleetwood. There's maybe half of those players' names would be in this lineup going into this. So
there was another guy that just left to live too.
Cam Smith?
No,
because he left it. No, he left a little bit ago.
No, this was the other day.
It just happened the other day. I saw that too.
Who was it?
I can't think of the name.
I should know this.
But he was ranked relatively high in terms of golf.
Well, and the thing is
look it up.
Sergio Pereira.
Yeah, who else?
That's who it was.
Sebastian Munoz. Oh man.
Pereira was the one. That was the one time.
See now that's big. That is big news because those guys are young guys that are successful on the tour.
That was what they said. They mentioned their age too. They were pretty young.
Yeah, and they've been successful on the tour, and now they're going like that's.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what though? Like
it's capitalism. It's capitalism. It's capitalism.
Okay, but here's the other thing is they want to sit there and they want to. The thing that makes me mad about it is people have selective outrage when it comes to Saudi money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so sure, this league is funded by Saudis, and is the money the cleanest? No, not at all. I'm not denying that.
What money?
But you know who else? But you know who else takes dirty Saudi money? The people that run our country. The PGA Tour has events that are sponsored by the Saudi league. So like, even they take money and they sponsor tournaments. So it's I don't.
There's no money that's actually clean. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's just the selective outrage it just gets to me. It's you hate these players because they're taking Saudi money. Well,
I don't even
hate everyone that does that. Hate everyone that is involved in that stuff. Like,
and I think McAfee and those guys actually brought that up too when this initially started happening. Is like, hold on, you're gonna hate these guys for actually looking out for themselves, and that's what you got to realize is like it's not about where they're getting the money from right now. It's about them looking out for themselves to make the most of what they can make. And that's where like I mean you gotta do what you gotta do. Like
there's players that will pay no allegiance, no loyalty to franchises that they made and helped make successful just to go sign a huge contract at the Dodgers or the Yankees.
Right.
Like
I mean, or
it's the same. There's no difference.
I mean,
there's a little bit of a difference, but
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. Some of these players is like.
I think the Harold Varner, he's a golfer. He's loved among all the players, but he's a great guy. PGA Tour, like young up and coming star. He took the money to go to live, and he said, like, listen, he's like, I can't. It'd be stupid for me and my family and my newborn kid that I just had not to take this money.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he made a promise. He said, you can keep this as a receipt. I'm using this to further my foundation and give underprivileged kids opportunity to golf. So if you're going to use it for good, then hell, take that. You're pretty much laundering the dirty money. You know what I mean? Like, take it and do good with it. Yeah, exactly. So whatever. That's my opinion on it. I think Live's going to be good for golf. It's different. It's fast paced. It's fun to watch.
It almost makes you wish though that like some things like say your XFL and USFL and stuff could actually do the same thing for the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We need it on TV though, Trey.
We need Live. They got a TV deal.
Yeah, but I'm just saying we need that. We need that.
Oh,
sure.
It's coming this season. The CW.
Yeah.
Of all channels.
Yeah. Definitely needs that. Yeah.
But so Tyler, when it comes to USFL and the XFL, they have to do something a little different.
Yeah, totally.
It almost have to be like an arena football league.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is making a comeback. Did you see that?
I saw that. I did see that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Sure did. You guys ready to bet on the XFL though? Coming up.
I'm not. No.
Not at all.
I am not. Yeah.
Hey, if you're gonna bet the XFL, I've had some wise advice. Always take the under to start.
Yeah, I was gonna say the under. Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Take the under to start till things get going. It's like.
Oh, not football related at all. Back to the golf thing. If you guys want to further your little inside knowledge of it, or just even be entertained, Netflix released a new special called Full Swing.
Okay.
Follows 12 of the PGA pros all last year.
Okay.
Like Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, Scotty Scheffler, Joel Damon, like Colin Morikawa, like behind the scenes, like in their homes, training for tournaments and stuff. And I'll tell you what, it was pretty amazing so far.
Awesome.
Netflix, check it out. Full Swing.
There you go. You guys want to talk about the brew view, if you will, at all?
Oh yeah.
Trent, did you try
get
it
this
yet?
out there.
I did not. I thought we were waiting because Trey didn't get a chance.
Right. I did not.
It's all right. The brew review that we're going to be talking about is Captain Lawrence Brewing Company. It's called Jam Juice. It's a hazy IPA, double dry hopped with Galaxy hops. It is out of New York, Elmsford, New York. So it's an 8% alcohol beer IPA. We'll be posting our reviews after everybody gets to try it tomorrow.
That's right. Keep an eye out for it.
We'll post that on the website tomorrow, so you guys can actually see, what our thoughts were. We're actually going to be reviewing the brew views based on mugs. All right, so it's a mug review. 1 mug being the worst, 5 mugs being the best. All right, so check that out.
I would say 0 mugs. Let's do 0 mugs worst.
Yeah. We'll see.
You know what I mean? Because there's some beers I taste where it goes right down the drain.
I don't think
one tonight I drank. It was the worst I've ever had in a long time, and I hate to say it.
You gotta tell us it now so we never drink it.
I don't want to because it's our home brewery.
Yeah, no, I actually like it too. So.
Okay, all right. You don't want to throw my
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I had 3 of them. So
here's what I will say. Not will say, but just to note, the beer reviews will be live next time, right? That's what we plan on doing. We just didn't get the logistics down for this episode.
No, that is. Yep. It'll be live, and then we'll also be posting out a kind of like a blog post of some sort with a review of them. Here's where they're from, etc. Here's what we thought about them. So, and who knows? Hey, maybe we'll get some whiskey reviews in there, Trey.
I was just gonna say, you guys can't see it, but this Widow Jane 10 years treat me real nice tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
Big fan of it.
Bourbon?
Yeah, it's here, let me tell you. It's Widow Jane, aged 10 years in new American oak barrels.
Okay.
Made with pure limestone mineral water from the legendary Rosendale mines of New York. It's a blend of bourbon whiskeys. It is 45.5% alcohol by volume, 91 proof.
Okay.
I got batch number 756 in my hands right now.
Right. It looks good.
It's a little on the pricier side, about $80 a bottle. But you go to bars, you can't get it for less than $20 a pour, which is just pathetic. But yeah.
Wow, that makes sense. I mean, upcharge.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but that's good. Widow Jane.
Widow Jane.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Sounds good. All right. Anything else you guys got for the good of the episode?
I'm ready to have a good day tomorrow. Nothing like 150 some games of college b-ball.
That's right, baby. Let's just everyone beat the books. That's all I gotta say.
Yep. Stay positive and go get it.
Right.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you for listening. Again, check out our website, beardedbakerbrothers.com. A lot of things upcoming on that website. We got a lot of things going on. That's going to be updated pretty regularly, so we'll keep you guys posted on that stuff. So thanks for listening. Enjoy. Cheers.
All right, guys. Take it easy.